What is going on, guys? Welcome back to this week's episode of the PlayTheVinyl Podcast. Um, Today we're gonna do something a little different. It might be something that I keep doing in the future. If it ends up being a lot of fun. We're gonna do an artist bracket. I bet you've seen other reviewers do this. They're all over Reddit, all over Instagram. And today I thought, the first bracket that I would do would be my favorite artist, which is Kendrick Lamar. We're gonna get into that. I feel like doing these will keep me kind of grounded with the music that I really like and enjoy. Because as when you review music, when you do this, it's like you're constantly listening to new music, and it takes away the time that you would originally spend on listening to the music that you really like. So, yeah, that's the plan for today. In terms of what I've been listening to really just a lot of Savage Mode 2. On trying on top of like the usual stuff I listen to. That's really been what's in rotation. Just because I had to review it and I had to decide kind of the route I was going to take with that review. Obviously, it wasn't an album with a lot of substance. It's very kind of not overhyped, but there's just a lot of hype behind it, and I think that was a lot of it. A lot of the reason why the album was fun to listen to. And I kind of, I had to decide: am I going to go track by track on this? Am I really going to dive into every little detail, or am I just going to kind of approach it in the way I would approach any other trap album, which is kind of just give the basis of it and use the songs as talking points, but also kind of hit all the main things that make this trap album different than the next, because trap is such a oversaturated and can get genre and can get so bland sometimes. So without further ado, let's get into this bracket. See if I can adjust this microphone a little bit. Okay. One second. Move back a little. All right. So there are four divisions in this bracket. There's Black Hippie, Duckworth, Compton, and K. Dot. We're gonna start with the K. Dot bracket, which is gonna be interesting because a lot of these songs are actually kind of out there, and they're kind of obscure in terms of like Kendrick songs. So first we have Humble versus Keisha's song. You know, I don't want to undermine how good of a song Keisha's song is, because, obviously the storytelling, everything about that song is just makes it one of Kendrick's best songs. And I don't think Humble is necessarily one of Kendrick's best songs. But I think it was the first Kendrick song that kind of introduced us to the potential, the mainstream potential that Kendrick Lamar is, and like the stardom that he is. So I kind of have to go with Humble because of what it did for Kendrick's career, and kind of just how iconic that song is at this point. That's gonna be one of those songs that doesn't really die out, like a Still DRE, or Juicy, or Ambitions of a Rider. Like, it's gonna be one of those songs down the line that really aren't gonna die out, and that are gonna stay in rotation for hip-hop fans all over the place. So that's the only reason I'm going with Humble. Again, not that I'm saying I like Humble more than Keisha's song, but Humble is definitely a way more important song for hip hop, because it brought Kendrick so much into the forefront of everything, and really put him in that competitive spot with Drake. Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst versus The Art of Peer Pressure. This is tough. Because these are like two of my favorite Kendrick Lamar songs. Obviously, Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst is a masterpiece of a song, one of the best written, best rap songs in terms of the way it was written, in terms of lyrics, one of the best lyrical masterpieces that we've gotten. However, The Art of Peer Pressure is also like one of the best lyrical songs. Why are they doing this to me so early in the bracket? These should be, I wish these would meet in like the final. Like this is a great matchup. Both are great stuff. Both are great storytelling songs as well. Both highlight really what Kendrick Lamar is capable of and who he is and his potential as an artist. This pre To Pimp a Butterfly, like this is highlighting what he could do. Interesting. I think in terms of just substance and in terms of execution and kind of how in Sing About Me he keeps your attention for the whole I think that song's like 9 minutes long or something of him just rapping and rapping and rapping. I'm gonna give it to Sing About Me because because that song is so on another level in terms of songwriting. That was like the predecessor of Kendrick's like Pulitzer Prize. Him winning that prize before To Pimp a Butterfly happens. If I were to point out any song that would kind of give evidence of why he deserved that award prior to Pimp a Butterfly, it would be Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. So next we have Pride and The Spiteful Chant. Both are great songs. I might have to like play a snippet in my headphones for each of these right now because I really like The Spiteful Chant. Damn is definitely my least favorite Kendrick project. However, like Pride is definitely one of those songs off of there that stand out in his discography. It's not playing in my headphones. Let's hope I don't get copyrighted. There you go. Yeah. I think I'm gonna give it to Pride. Just because I think Pride has a little more substance. The Spiteful Chant is a great song, but I think the production on Pride kind of takes the W, and the experimental whatever, again takes like that W, takes it away from The Spiteful Chant, and kind of just runs with the ball. And obviously Pride is part of a bigger theme that is Damn, and I think it's one of the better parts of that theme. Like it's better than Humble, it's better than God, better than Lust. Like it's one of the better songs off of Damn, and Damn has so many Damn has the highs on Damn are really high. So I think that's going to be a trend throughout this tournament. So it's going to go to Pride. Next, easy. ADHD versus Real. A lot of people hate Real. I personally don't hate Real. I think it's a good song. However, ADHD actually might win this tournament because that's one of my favorite songs, period, of all time. I think the way he encapsulates kind of just stupid youth and the chaos and like the drama and the pain that is being a young person. Obviously, Kendrick's situation is different than a lot of his listeners, growing up in Compton, the drugs and the violence and, the stuff he raps about. But even if you're just relating to that song on a broader scale, even if you're not from that environment, it just highlights, the dumbness and the dumb and stupid pain that is being youth, like young in this country and young in this world. And then he adds another layer to it with the love story that's going on, and kind of just like, we're having fun. Or if you really refer to the chorus, like, how we crack babies because we born in the 80s, that ADHD crazy. It's like he's covering all of this pain with the fun, or the fun that he's supposed to be having in this situation. Obviously, like, it's supposed to paint like the picture of a house party, bring the drugs, bring the girls, bring the booze. He's like, yeah, we're all having fun, but it's to cover the fact that we all are ADHD crazy, that we're all like a product of the 80s, that we all have pain deep down, but we all relate to each other because of this situation. And I think it's an awesome message. I think the message in that song is so overlooked. Like, I have a huge smile on my face right now talking about this song. The message is so overlooked in ADHD. People don't, because obviously it doesn't have more of a mainstream vibe to it, but in terms of the complexity of the song, like, it's not as complex as King Kunta or a Mama or a Black or the Berry. It's not as intense. It's very lighthearted. But that's the point. It's supposed to be fun, but it's supposed to, like, when you listen to the lyrics, he's chipping up the shit again, pick them up and I set them in cold water, then I order someone to bring home Vicodin. Like, the whole song is just covering pain with the relation that he has and the relationships that he has with these people, because everyone's the same. Every single teenager, every single young person in America, like young adult, teenager, experiences this type of pain. They cope with it in different ways. You don't necessarily have to have drugs or violence or whatever in your life, but every single person, every single young person in this country has some kind of pain that, the house parties or the video games, I know he mentions, or the music just covers up, and you find people who relate to this in this certain way. And I also think that the whole painting that he pictures at the end of the song with the girl, I wish I could remember how, like, the verse off the top of my head. Let me play it on my headphones too. Now, why is it when I type in ADHD to Spotify, the first song that comes up is fucking Joyner Lucas? She said, so, like, the whole story, like, the picture that he paints between the conversation that he's having with this girl, who's clearly in pain just like he is and all of his friends are, and how they just cover it up with weed, and I don't know if there's sex in the song, but, weed and love and sex and attraction. It's honestly a masterpiece of a song that's just, I feel like, overlooked because of not the mainstream appeal, but just the simplicity of it, or the simplicity that it seems on the, the surface of it. But I ranted way too long about that song, but I just wanted to address that. So Pride ADHD, what do we have? Oh, sorry, no, Real ADHD, yeah. Next we have God and You. Not even, if you're a Kendrick Lamar fan, do I have to explain this? It's going to You. One of the best Kendrick Lamar songs, one of the most emotional Kendrick Lamar songs, paired up against You. Hold up. How is You the 11 seed, but God is the 6 seed? That makes, You blows God out of the park. It's not even a competition. What the hell? I mean, God is a catchy song and all, but it's not one of Kendrick's bests at all. Wow. Okay, but we're giving it to You, who in this case is the underdog, because that's one of Kendrick's best songs, and that's agreed on, pretty widely within the hip hop community. What do we have next? Next we have Poetic Justice and Untitled 8. That's tough because there are a lot of gems off of Untitled that really seem, Yeah, like, I don't know if you guys could hear my headphones, but, um, yeah, Untitled 8 is just like, this is tough. I forget who they were going up against. Poetic Justice or Untitled 8. Here's the deal. Poetic Justice is a way more mainstream approach. And that's the only reason I'm not going to give it. Not because Poetic Justice is a bad song. Kendrick's writing is great. You know, even Drake has a good feature on that joint. But Untitled 8 is a little more experimental, and it's a little more, you know, groovy, jazzy. You know, it's an Untitled song, you know, like it's just one of those songs that were Kendrick breaking down his barrier. So we're gonna give it to Untitled 8 on that one. Next we have Blood versus Hold Up. Ooh, I might actually give this one to Hold Up. Hold up, let me. Blood. I don't want to like jump the gun, but you know. Again, why is when I type in blood, like the first thing that comes up is YG? Blood. Kendrick Lamar. Swear to God, sometimes Spotify just absolutely bugs the fuck out, and it's, yeah. So, Blood. It was the first song off of Damn, obviously. Yeah, no, I mean, Blood is a great intro track, but I'm giving it to Hold Up because that personally that song, you know, brings back kind of a nostalgia. I know people are probably gonna get mad at that, but hold up, what did I do wrong? Oh, we have You in Untitled 8. Okay, Untitled 8, You. Yeah, Hold Up has way more of a nostalgia effect for me personally. I used to listen to that song a lot. Big Section 8 80 stand. Yeah. Then we have King Kunta and Fuck Your Ethnicity. Not that Fuck Your Ethnicity is a bad song, but King Kunta is one of Kendrick's best as well. It encapsulates jazz and funk and really the whole nine yards in terms of what To Pimp a Butterfly was. Like, I feel like it's like just what the theme of To Pimp a Butterfly and the sounds of To Pimp a Butterfly and just like encapsulates it in this one song. That's a really fun song. So in that one, we're gonna give it to King Kunta. Mad City PNP 1.5. Again, not that PNP 1.5 is a bad song, but come on, man, it's Mad City. Jeez. I don't even think I have to explain that one. Mad City is a legendary song. Like that's another one. Just like what did I say before? Humble. Like just like Humble. That's a legendary song that's never going to be out of rotation for the history of hip hop. The beat drop, the production, Kendrick's energy on it. It's all just different and it's crazy. And again, it's like who Kendrick Lamar is. It's Mad City kind of has to take that one. Next, The Hard Part 4 or Rigor Mortis. This is tough because The Hard Part 4 is obviously so lyrically dense and has beat switches and it's really a display of Kendrick's talent. However, I think I have to give it to Rigor Mortis because of Kendrick. Like think of where Kendrick was in his career at the time. Dropping that track just like displayed his talents in such a cool, different way. His flow was sick. You know, the kind of speed up thing that he did as the tempo picked up, he picked up. Kind of claiming his throne before, like, you know, prematurely claiming his throne, but it was like looking back at it, you're like, yeah, you know, he is the king, and he knew he was going to be the king of this shit. And I think Rigor Mortis just has some really fun lines. It's extremely catchy song. Maybe not as lyrically, you know, performed as well as The Hard Part 4, but Rigor Mortis, I think, as a song in whole, is a better song. Lust and Good Kid. I feel like both are like. I think I'm gonna give it to Good Kid too. I don't want to be too biased here with like yeah, like I don't want to be too biased with the damn tracks, but for me it's just yeah, like Good Kid is just sort of like a raw and perfect example of what Kendrick is. Lust, the production is really good. You know, it's catchy, it's experimental, but I think the lyrical, substance is kind of missing in Lust. The theme of it is good. You know, the representation of lust within the song is good as well. But I think Good Kid is gonna take it in a personal sense at least. Backseat Freestyle and Mama. um, Damn, I have to like go back and snippet these in my headphones so I could be sure of what I want. It's probably gonna go to Mama, frankly. Yeah, it's gonna go to Mama. I don't even have to. I obviously like I know Backseat Freestyle like word for word, but it's gonna go to Mama. Just a better song in general. Um, has way more substance to it. Has way more layers. Production is way better. Um, this is tough actually. This next one, Duckworth or Untitled 3. Um, Both are great songs. Both are really fantastic songs. Um, hmm. That's really tough. Because again, Untitled 3 is gonna have kind of the better execution in terms of um experimentalism and different sounds, and obviously like Untitled is held so high because it's related to Pimp Butterfly in a way. Um, I think I'm actually gonna give it to Duckworth. Not not because Untitled 3 is inferior to it in that type of way. Um, but just because was an amazing closing track to what Damn was, and really just summed everything up so well. Obviously, like the storytelling and the connecting, that song to the rest of the album, and kind of pointing out the theme to those who didn't pick it up. It was just a really good song. It's definitely up there, gonna be up there when Kendrick is all said and done and retires. It's gonna be up there with one of Kendrick's best, so I am gonna put it there. Untitled 3 is a fantastic track. Yeah, it's just a really good song and didn't really deserve to get knocked out that early. Money Trees are the Ronald Reagan era. Ronald's Reagan era should not really be a 14 seed here. That's actually a really good song. Great hook, great message. Just like the same message as kind of the rest of that album, but still great hook, great message. But Money Trees is way too good of a song and will forever be a fucking banger. And Jay Rock's feature on it is fantastic as well. The production, the singer on it, I don't recall her name. She sounds like whatever her name is, Jen Aiko, but doesn't it's not her. But everything on that track is tied together pretty beautifully and really does a very good job at just explaining Kendrick's environment and explaining what's going on around him, and it does it in a fun way but in a very gritty way. And again, like that song encapsulates what Good Kid, Mad City is in a way. It encapsulates the Mad City side of things, and Good Kid, or really actually the Art of Peer Pressure really encapsulates what the Good Kid side of everything is. But we're gonna give it to Money Trees. Blacker the Berry or Hood Politics. God damn it. Both great fucking songs. Both amazing songs. I think I'm gonna go with Hood Politics on this because I'm gonna go Blacker the Berry on this because even though I really like Hood Politics, yeah, I've been in one since day one. Yeah, I really like Hood Politics, but the Blacker the Berry has such a dope message and is so intense and like violent and was probably the most intense that we've heard Kendrick on a single track. Um, it sent a fucking great message. Yeah, and it was towards the end of To Pimp a Butterfly. Was beginning to tie everything together. Really was very expressive, very emotional, and executed almost perfectly, or if not perfectly, like the rest of the album. So yeah, there's that. That wasn't too hard, but Hood Politics again shouldn't have been knocked out that early in the tournament. All the Stars, no makeup, every day, bro. Song slaps, song's a banger. All the Stars is not one of Kendrick's best songs, like lyrically at all. Neither is No Makeup, but No Makeup tells a story. It leads to something. It has a theme. The hook again slaps, like a lot of the songs off Section 80 did. Great song. In my opinion, again, should not be a 15 seed. All the Stars should not be the 2 seed. In this division. Yeah, No Makeup, big underdog, taking it. Next, we're in the next one here. We're in the Black Hippie division. DNA or Michael Jordan. Neither Michael Jordan is a bad song. It's definitely not Kendrick's best, but nonetheless, saying it's not Kendrick's best still means it's a good song. But DNA is going to take it. I think that's pretty obvious. Again, the most intense song that we heard that's in this bracket, probably aside from Blacker the Berry, sends a great message. It's a big, macho man song, big confidence song, great workout song, great just upbeat, and it kind of always slaps. It's like when that song comes on, you kind of have to play it just because it's really that good and it's that fun to listen to. So yeah, DNA, I think Kendrick was not at his lyrical best, but in terms of putting together a song, he was close to his best and really had an idea of what was going on and executed really well. Just gonna take a sip of water because my mouth is extremely dry as we go through this bad boy. Alright, next we have These Walls or Untitled 7 Levitate. I'm gonna go with These Walls. To me, that's pretty easy. I really like Untitled 7. However, I think it was just so overplayed when it came out. I remember I saw Kendrick live, and that was the first song that he performed. And actually, there are a lot of weird experiences on that trip. I saw him at the Global Citizens Festival. So it's him followed by Rihanna, and I think he was the person who played before him was like Metallica or some shit. It was really weird, but it was really cool. So Untitled 7 has a special place in my heart. That's kind of an experience I'll never forget. However, it's just so overplayed, and it's like every single white chick in America, it's like you tell them, hey, can you play some Kendrick Lamar? This is the song they're gonna play. It's just This or Humble. Like if they know this, they're playing this, but it's This or Humble, and it's just a little overplayed, which is sad because it has a good message, it's produced extremely well, and it's different. It's different in terms of Kendrick. Like, it was very different. No one was expecting that. And frankly, it showed that Kendrick could trap just as well as he could rap. But nonetheless, These Walls kind of has to take it because it sends a great message, great metaphor, production fantastic, lyricism fantastic. It's a To Pimp a Butterfly track. It's gonna take that W. Next we have King's Dead or Blow My High. Ooh, I'm giving it to Blow My High. Again, I'm kind of a Section 80 stan, but King's Dead was cool. But in terms of a Kendrick Lamar bracket, he had the hook, and then he had he had an ending verse that was taken off for the radio and stuff. I don't know. It's and that ending verse was very intense and pretty, compact and what's the word I'm trying to think of here? It was very dense. But I think Blow My High is just a better song, and it has way more Kendrick on it, King's Dead is kind of a J-Rock and Future song in a way. Yeah. So I'm going to give it to Blow My High. Swimming Pools and You Ain't Gotta Lie. Probably gonna go to You Ain't Gonna Lie. Yeah, this is tough, man, because you know what? I think I might give the edge to a Good Kid, Mad City song on this. Shit, I don't know. This is hard. I'm gonna have to sit on this one for a minute. So here's the deal: Swimming Pools is like something off of To Pimp a Butterfly, if that makes any type of sense. It's less jazzy, I know, but it could have been on this album and not fit perfectly, but it could have fit, if that makes sense. But it's just so hard to take any like song off the Pimp a Butterfly out of this tournament in the first session, the first round, you know? In terms of that, we're gonna go with You Ain't Gotta Lie. I really like the production on it. I really like Kendrick's delivery. I like his voice, you know. It's sucks because I really like Swimming Pools. But again, You Ain't Gotta Lie should not be a 13 seed. Feel or Compton, a damn song is gonna take it on that one. Feel is gonna take it. I think Feel is, you know, like You, is just an extremely vulnerable and he's extremely open and emotional. I like Kendrick's delivery. I like the message. I like the theme. Compton isn't a bad song either, but it definitely just doesn't really compare to Feel in terms of a Kendrick song, you know, in terms of what it does in Kendrick's discography and the amount of weight it has on it. Yeah. Elements are Now or Never. I feel like I could get a lot of hate, but I'm gonna go Now or Never again. Nostalgia effect. I like Element. It's kind of gimmicky in a way, but I like it. It's cool. It's kind of mainstream. I think Now or Never is kind of overlooked, and again, like a nostalgia effect. I used to play it. Me and my mom used to listen to that song all the time around the house. She's a huge Mary J. Blige fan, and I remember it used to be in 2K, that song. So that's why I'm gonna give it to it. Neither of those songs would make it, you know, to the finals anyway. But yeah, in my opinion, you know, Now or Never kind of surpasses it because it's, even though they're both kind of popish, I don't know. Mary J. Blige kind of delivered on that shit, and Kendrick complimented her extremely well, which is really cool. It's a cool blend. So Now or Never is gonna take that one. Next, we have a really, really tough matchup in Untitled 2 and Institutionalized. That last verse in Untitled 2 is extremely good. It's not one of Kendrick's best, but it's a very enjoyable verse. Obviously, the rest of the song, the trap vibe, the different delivery, it's almost like it makes you think, what if we got a Kendrick album that was full of just trap songs, you know? And it would have slapped. But Institutionalized with the Snoop Dogg feature and the hook is great. You know, if I were the president, I'd pay my mama's rent. Great song. I have to give it to Institutionalized. Has a little bit better of a message. Not really. They kind of have the same message though, which is interesting. Yeah. They both share that kind of institutionalized message about being institutionalized. Untitled 2 is a little more so looking from the outside in. But I think the Snoop feature, the production, and the fact that it's a T-Pab track just takes it away. Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe or Mortal Man. Yeah, Mortal Man. Come on. Mortal Man. That doesn't. These tracks were not fairly matched up, and they weren't given the right seeds. Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe isn't a 2 seed. In terms of mainstream, it's a 2 seed, But in terms of an artist, a piece of art, Mortal Man definitely takes that. It should not be a 15 seed in this bracket. Mortal Man is better than Element. It's better than Now or Never. It's better than Swimming Pools. It's better than... It might even be better than You Ain't Gotta Lie. Like, again, this is just like one of those Kendrick just epic sign-offs to the best rap album of all time. Yeah, it's taking it. Next, we have the last bracket, Love or Ignorance is Bliss. Ignorance is Bliss. What the fuck? Ignorance is Bliss, man. Love is such a cheesy song off of Damn. Like, that's not... It's not Kendrick. And even I understand that the album was meant to for Kendrick to push boundaries, but it was not Kendrick. Kendrick didn't fit well. It's not deep. It's not, it's just a fucking mainstream track. So Ignorance is Bliss, because for that stage in Kendrick's career, for him to be rapping like that was absolutely ridiculous, and it's taking it to the hole. Wesley's Theory and High Power is next. We might give it to these are tough because High Power is such another legendary Kendrick track, but Wesley's Theory is such a good track in general. I don't think either of these tracks would make it to the finals, so I'm gonna put it at I'm gonna actually give it to High Power, because the message off of that was really good, and I think I just personally enjoy that track a lot. So Section 80 track wins over a T-Pap track. Next we have Ya and Shireen. Don't really care about either of these tracks, to be frank. I'm just gonna give it to Ya. Not that Shireen is a bad track, but I honestly just don't listen to either of these songs a lot. They're not my favorite Kendrick songs, so we're gonna give it to Ya. Even though I think the whole Ya thing is not the best, and it's not Kendrick's best track, but we're still gonna give it to it. XXX or Complexion, A Zulu Love. XXX, baby. We have a damn face off in the next round. Literally, because XXX is an extremely overlooked track in terms of its composition and the message that Kendrick's sending, and his that beat off of Damn might be one of the better beats, and Kendrick fit really well. Again, there's some tracks in this on Damn that Kendrick just doesn't fit as well as we would like. But that's one of the ones where he did, and I love that verse that he delivers at the end. I even like the beginning kind of bouncy verse that he does, because he applies very metaphorical lyrics to a trap cadence, which is really awesome. So we're gonna give it to XXX. Fear or How Much a Dollar Cost. How Much a Dollar Cost might be one of Kendrick's best songs. So get the fuck out of here with that shit saying it's 11 seed. Come on, man. All Right or For Free. To me, that's another easy one. All Right. Not that For Free is a bad song, but All Right is just such a fucking legendary tracks, and one of those tracks that's going to be in rotation for forever. And out of those kind of more mainstream Kendrick tracks, that's definitely my favorite. It was my senior quote when I graduated high school. So I kind of, I have to give it to it, and I want to give it to it. The Recipe or I. Recipe is actually a really good song. It's overlooked. Really good song, but single. Are we talking about single or album? Let's say, for the sake of everything, we're gonna say album, because everything else I'm going off of if it's on the album. So we're gonna say album version of I is gonna take it. I don't think that needs explaining either. It's kind of genius the way that he put together that live performance and then broke up the fight and freestyled. And it wasn't really the track I that we knew that he released on the mainstream, It was like, let's make this and put it back into the underground, which is fucking genius and was really cool. Loyalty or Poor Man's Dreams. His Vice. I'm gonna go with Loyalty. I think I way too mainstream. Again, not gonna make it to the final round, but Loyalty is just kind of a slapper. Yeah, it was a slapper, and it's probably it's one of those mainstream Kendrick songs that I actually like, or like really like. Not that any of them are bad, but it's one of the ones that I really like. All right, so we're moving on, guys. Second round is I'll go by a little bit quicker. I don't really have to explain why I like these songs. Humble or Sing About Me. That's easy. Sing About Me, because Sing About Me is a fucking masterpiece of a song. Like I said, the songwriting in it is incredible. Some of the best songwriting we've heard in the last decade, so that takes it. Pride and ADHD baby, because that's one of my favorite songs of all time. I already said that. Untitled 8 or You, easy. You, I mean, that could win the whole fucking bracket, let's be honest. Hold Up or King Kunta. I find both of these songs to be like in a similar taste, they have similar sounds, kind of both anthemic songs, but for the sake, I'm gonna go with King Kunta just because of T-Pab and the Afrocentric homage that it pays to Afrocentric music, which is really cool. Mad City or Rigor Mortis. Mad City. It's more of a mainstream choice, but Mad City, I don't think that really needs explaining either. Just the legendary Kendrick track, Good Kid or Mama. Mama. Again, way more track has way more substance. Duckworth or Money Trees. You know what? I'm going with Money Trees on this because I think it executes and delivers the message in such a fun way and enjoyable way. That's not always necessarily easy to do when you're talking about those type of subjects and, trying to have people look from the outside in and relate to this, to that life of growing up in Compton in the projects. So Money Trees is actually going to take that, and I think J-Rock's feature verse on there actually really helps it out. Blacker the Berry or No Makeup. Again, Blacker the Berry, no one's really going to fight me on that. Such an intense and passionate song. It's really hard to match. DNA or These Walls. I'm going These Walls. Better song, better message, better metaphor. I like the jazz, I like the jazziness to it over the kind of more electronic and whatever the hell these damn beats you could really call them. But These Walls definitely wins that one. Blow My High. Oh, this is actually Blow My High or You Ain't Gotta Lie. You Ain't Gotta Lie. Again, just a more lyrically dense, and the song has layers to it, and it's just more well performed probably. You Ain't Gotta Lie. Next we have Feel or Now or Never. We're gonna go with Feel on that one. Way more vulnerable, open, emotional track, I think. That's why that one kind of takes it and runs with it. Institutionalized or Mortal Man. People might be mad at me about this, but Institutionalized is going to take it. I love that track. I always have, always will. That's probably the track that I go to most if I just have time to listen to a single and I'm like, oh, I'm in the mood for Pimp Butterfly. I usually go to Institutionalized. Really like that song. Love the politicalness of it. Love the the deliveries. I love Snoop on it. I love the production. In general, just a great song. Ignorance is Bliss or High Power. This is tough, guys, because both of these songs were early flashes of who Kendrick is. I'm gonna go High Power. Has that J. Cole production. Has the legendary intro bars of Visions of Martin Luther Staring at Me. Just a wonderful, wonderful composition of a song from what Kendrick, like the resources Kendrick had at the time, you know, and where he was in his artistic development. So we're gonna give it to that. Yeah, or XXX, better message, a little more political. Very intense. I love the metaphors, like throw a stake off the yacht into a pool. Or is it ark? I think it's throw a stake off the ark into a pool full of sharks. Sharks, they'll take it. You know, I love the metaphors. I love the trap delivery on it. So we're gonna give it to that. How much a dollar costs are all right. Fuck. This is tough because they're both. How much a dollar costs is like such a good song, but all right is like such a good song. You know what? I'm gonna go with all right, and because it delivers its message in a little more relatable way. The song, you know, not the mainstream way, but it delivers it in a way that's more understandable for more people. And I think it really does that well in terms of looking from the outside in, you know? Yeah. I think All Right takes that. And then last we have I, or Loyalty, I. So now we're going back to it. We have Sing About Me or ADHD. Fuck. The inner fucking Adam in me wants to pick ADHD, but knows that that's a sin. To pick that over the art of peer pressure. Fuck. Oh, this is so tough. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like it. Give this thing about. I'm giving this thing about me just because of the sheer, you know, the length of the song and how Kendrick kind of doesn't stop and keeps it's a beautiful story. I'm sad. Untitled 8. Oh no, sorry. You or King Kunta. You. Amazing Kendrick Lamar song. God damn it, that next round is gonna be so fucking good. So hard. But such a good matchup, you know. Mad City or Mama. Mad City, a legendary Kendrick song. Money Trees or Blacker the Berry. Money Trees, baby. Again, for all the reasons I listed before, it's the same thing. It just paints such a great picture of his environment. In such a fun way too. These walls can talk. These walls, or you ain't gotta lie. These walls. Yeah, that doesn't really need explaining, I think, either. That's such a slapper. Feel or institutionalized. High Power or XXX. It's gonna go to shit. It's gonna go to XXX. I really like that song. And All Right or I is gonna go to All Right. Again, I think it has way more of an impact on hip hop and way more of an impact on just how people see hip hop, you know. So now we're going back to it. I'm gonna save Sing About Me and You for last because that's gonna be the toughest. Mad City or Money Trees. I'm going Money Trees again. Great West Coast vibes, just great delivery, great, you know, it's really easy to understand. Not that that's necessarily a good thing, but I think in terms of what Kendrick was trying to do, and trying to expose people to his environment, it just did it really well. Did I do this shit wrong? Now that I'm thinking about it, did I just do the same round twice? No. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay. So I gave that to Money Trees. We have... My handwriting is god fucking awful. These Walls, we gave it to These Walls, or Institutionalized. I'm gonna go with Institutionalized. I think These Walls has a little bit better of a metaphor, but Institutionalized is, I don't know. I just enjoy it more, to be frank. I enjoy that song more. Then we have XXX, or Alright. I'm going Alright. So let me just kind of sort this shit out here. Alright, so then we just have Sing About Me or You. I think just due to sheer emotion, I'm gonna go You. That gives us some delivery points. So let's go with You on that. So now we have You versus the final four here. You, Money Trees, Alright, or Institutionalized. Actually, those are like four of my favorite fucking Kendrick songs, so good for them. We're going You versus Money Trees, we're going You. Institutionalized or Alright. Fuck. Doesn't matter because You is winning it all. So I'm gonna go with Institutionalizing is a better song. Then we have You versus Institutionalized for the win. We're going with You. Amazing Kendrick song. Fantastic Kendrick song. Has the most emotion out of any Kendrick song. Caught us all by surprise when we heard it. Fantastic message. Fantastic delivery. Is just seriously something to behold. With that being said, guys, I don't want to hold you here too much longer, so you know where to find me, at PlayTheVinyl, with periods in between, on Instagram. Make sure you go check out, if you haven't, which I would be very surprised if you hadn't, make sure you go check out all of Kendrick Lamar's projects, because he is not an artist that you need to be missing any of these. You should have all of these projects under your belt in terms of what you've listened to. So make sure you do that, guys. Yeah, and I want to know if you agree with me or not. I want to know when your winner would have been in this situation. Maybe I knocked the song out too early. Maybe I kept the song in too late. So get back to me on that. Yeah, and that's it, guys. Peace, and I'll see you in the next episode.